name is Monica Alford. I am the founder and CEO of Wildside Media, and I am super excited to be back inside Legacy Sessions today with two of the leads of Mamma Mia the Musical, which opens at the Kennedy Center tomorrow, is press night. So excited for this. That is Thursday, August 16th. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you who they are and who they're playing, but I am super excited because I did not know that I'd be interviewing my two favorite characters from the show. And if I didn't mention, maybe I did, but it's the 25th anniversary of the musical production, and we're just so excited to have you in. So thank you for being here, ladies.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Well, I'm Carly Sokolov. I play the role of Rosie, and I have actually been with the show for over 10 years. I did the tour in 2013 and 14, and I did the first Royal Caribbean cruise ship of this exact production in 2014. So back and happy to be here.
And my name is Jalen Steele, and I play Tanya. And I played Tanya also in a little place called Beef and Boards Dinner Theater in Indianapolis in 2017. That was the first time I'd done the show, and now we're back at it. So.
Yeah, well, we're so happy to have you in DC.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, I wanna start by I was tempted to tell this story before we got on camera, but I'm going to tell it now. So we talked a little bit about just the phenomenon. I think it's a phenomenon of the amount of Gen Zers that are just totally ate up with disco and ABBA and Mamma Mia. And quite frankly, my 7-year-old's my date to press night tomorrow night, and he's obsessed.
Amazing.
And he loves musical theater, but he's not like a musical theater geek quite yet. But there's something about the music and ABBA that just is magical, right? And so we have this, I forget his official name, so forgive me if he ever listens to this, but there's a DJ who tours in DC a lot, and he plays 930 Club, which is, our iconic rock venue. But it's a 1,200 person venue, and I've seen it well over capacity when I went to one of his sold out nights. It's always ABBA only, and I can only describe this man as like a Will Ferrell type from all the SNL skits, like the belly and the hair out. This sweaty, like kind of goofy dude, and he just has projections of ABBA music videos, and there's more 22-year-olds lined up at that door.
Wow.
And you feel like you're in Studio 54. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw some bumps and some other stuff happening in there, but it was like just fabulous, like gorgeous 22 to 25-year-old women and gay boys, and a lot of, a lot of like diverse queer energy, and
Amazing.
It was amazing. And everyone's so fashionable and so into it, like knows every line to every song, and is completely decked out.
That's
so
awesome.
Wow.
I mean, people that were trying to rush the stage to get near this Eurovision guy, and I'm like, he's not performing, he's just like DJing, like Will Ferrell, he's like his Will Ferrell move. So anyway, it blew my mind, and of course,
nice.
I've always been on that train, but I love music that predates my years. So if on that note, does that track? Do you feel that there are younger audiences that continue to
I think that might
engage?
explain why we're selling out across the country.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got this older generation that grew up with ABBA.
Yeah.
Then you have this generation that grew up with the movie of Mamma Mia.
Right.
And now it's resurging in the younger communities, and we have people of all ages going crazy.
Yes.
It's so amazing.
I love it because many occasions we'll have grandma, we'll have mom, and we'll have daughter.
Yep.
We'll even have great-granddaughter at some points.
I love that.
It's just multi-generational. Like the music, the story, everything, it stands the test of time. It's awesome.
Yeah. And of course I want to dig into the story itself, but I do think this is one of the few musicals where the genre, like disco being so in right now. I mean, I can't tell you how many events I've curated over the years where disco balls are like the prop for or the disco helmet for like the DJ to be wearing. So, to that end, it might be the same answer, but do you think there's a reason why disco in general, or this band is just timeless, other than hitting different generations for different reasons, just like the music itself?
It's infectious. The music is infectious. Once it gets in your head, it's hard to get out. And it's just so fun, and it just makes you move, and it just feels good. It's just all around just joyful.
Yeah. And disco in general, you can just like immerse yourself in it, and and as for the songs, ABBA in general, I mean, it's kind of wacky, So the lyrics, you're like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
But it works.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like this generation just loves that kind of like off the beaten path songs.
Right.
Yeah, they do have some interesting B-sides and things in that I learned from spending 3 hours at 930 Club and hearing their whole discography.
There you go.
Not just the Mamma Mia songs.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a lot of my favorites are in Mamma Mia, probably because of seeing the movie and seeing the play back in the day growing up. But Take a Chance on Me is by far my favorite.
Yes.
I mean, my song in the show.
Yeah, I know. So I wanna hear about a decade of playing Rosie, how you channel that character and her energy.
I mean, I grew when I got to New York City in 2008. I had, of course, heard about Mamma Mia and things like songs like Dancing Queen and Take a Chance on Me. I knew, but I didn't know much about it. So when I first went into audition in 2012, I had to go see the show, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole world that I didn't realize the show was so good. Because those long running ones, you're always like, oh, I'll see it when I see it. It had been on Broadway already for like 10 years when I first went to go see it. And so, but I was like, okay, so this character makes sense for me. She's a goofball. She's a good friend, and she's someone that, just is trying to get a laugh, but like at the core of her, she's like a good person and just wants everyone to be happy. And she makes some self-discoveries along the way. So 10 years ago, I was and now I'm 10 years older. But as when I revisited the role, it made just so much more sense to me, and the life experience, and also just diving a little bit deeper into like she's not just comedy, you have to make every character rooted in truth. So I was able to really find like, well, what somebody that always wants to make people laugh, like what are their insecurities or why? And when in Take a Chance, like she actually does kind of like let her guard down, and she's literally begging a man to love her. So, but there's definitely like I was able to pull from life and all of the other experience that I've had along the way. But now I definitely feel like so rooted in her. And now we go out there and I just kind of be myself. To be honest.
Which must be so much fun.
It is. I can't believe it's my job. Every day.
So how many years have you two overlapped or done this together? Or is this?
We started in September with rehearsals.
So it's a new friendship.
Open in Denver.
Cool. I love that.
The three of us. Now, the one who's not, this is Christine Sherrill, who plays Donna, our fearless leader.
Yes.
And just we three of us all connected so well on day one. And it was like, and it hasn't changed. Yeah. And so that, like,
that development of the friendship that we have in real life shows on stage too. So it's magical.
That's wonderful. And I know that doesn't always happen. You can't force it. So that's incredible. Okay, let's talk about Tanya.
Oh yes. Well, it's very interesting though, because I'm not a Tanya at all. I feel like maybe one or two things are the same. Like we're both very classy, but I feel like as Tanya is, she needs to be very well kept, but not all the time. But her character also loves a lot. Like, with all the rings and the things and the heels and all of this stuff. Beyond that, she really is a rooter of love. And so a lot of that I try to bring into that character. And I try to bring a more real life sort of situation where she's more down to earth than you think. She wasn't always, the classy, one that we get to see on the stage. She's grown up as well, and I think the friendship that has developed with all three of us helps to explore that whole situation. So a lot of people, the Does Your Mother Know? They see the cougar aspect and all of that stuff as well, which is a lot of fun to play. Patrick Park, who's my Pepper, he's a lot of fun to play with, and it's just an amazing time that we have on the show. Now, Does Your Mother Know is the song that I sing on there. It's one of those B-sides.
Oh, it's so good.
Maybe not, but it's still a good one there. It's a lot of fun, and what we do with it is a lot of fun as well.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I actually did choose that still, and my apologies. Equal weight to both, but I was just thinking of like fun. I was like, I think it was from Does Your Mother Know? And I was like, I'm so excited. But this is also an iconic image, and you should be in that photo too. I apologize.
Well, she's in the scene. That was a scene prior to. We do have a little moment. Yes, with a rubber fish.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, like the film version, everyone's iconic and memorable for their particular roles. But Christine Baranski is like, she forever for me is Tanya. There's just something about her in that role. That's
It's just so interesting. I mean, with Tanya, I've seen a lot of different Tanya, a lot of different kinds of Tanyas, and I just love her Tanya so much.
I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited.
But the groundedness, it just like it works. It shows that not every rich, beautiful,
Divorcee.
tall divorcee is the same.
Right.
Jalen brings so much of herself to the role, and it's just so beautiful.
I love
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, I still have you for a few minutes. Is there anything else about anyone in the cast or anything about this particular production that you think is just that you're particularly excited about, or bringing it to the? Have either of you performed at the Kennedy Center before? That's another.
I actually did. I was in the Eisenhower Theater. I did The Lightning Thief, and I played.
Cool.
I played Sally and others. So like 6 other characters along with Sally. It was a lot of fun. But it's a beautiful theater. It's such a memorable experience. I mean, even yesterday when we went in for sound check, everyone's like,
it's
you could just feel it.
It's my first time.
Yeah.
Very special.
Yeah.
But the cast, this is the 25th anniversary, and
That's
it's
wild
coming
to think
in a time where everyone needed a job.
Yes.
Post COVID.
Yes.
And so they really had their pick of everyone wanted to do this tour, and the cast is so good.
It's so good. It's so good and beautifully diverse.
Yeah.
We have a lot of representation on that stage that I'm very excited about and to be a part of. And it's unlike any other Mamma Mia you've ever seen. That's all.
Yes.
I think that's the major thing with our cast. So
And we're going into, of course we're going to major cities, and we're in DC and Philly and these things, but we're also going into some smaller, states and some places that maybe haven't seen such like great diversity, and just being able to see like how beautiful it is to exist together and tell the story together. It's really something special.
Yeah, I think it's you're also as a cast and as a production uniquely positioned to bring joy into places that maybe if it wasn't for such an iconic play, they wouldn't feel as comfortable with themes of diversity or queerness or or divorces or whatever the age differences, whatever the case might be. But when
unwed mothers,
right, all of the above. There's so many
Yes.
things. But I think to me, it's like I think it's a very joyful, iconic and like safe space story.
It is.
And I have so many friends that associate it with queer culture in particular. And so I think that's for all those reasons. It's very cool that you can take it other places and it won't feel jarring to anyone because it's so much fun and joyful.
It is.
But maybe you'll walk away a little more open. That's always a goal. It's a good goal.
Formed. Yes, indeed.
Part of what theater is there for also,
right.
takes to take us away to a place where we can all be happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? I think Christine, when she said it's an exercise in collective joy.
Yeah.
That
Ooh, I love
is, that's basically what this show is in so many ways.
Yeah.
And it's not too deep.
Yeah. Well, that is a primary goal of art, I think. One of them. Collective joy. I love that. I love that. Okay, well, my last question, because I know you're very busy and you have lots of things to do, is just if you have anything that you want to do while you're in DC or anything about DC as a city that you really love. I don't know if either of you spent much time here, obviously maybe for Lightning Thief.
I did. I went to the History of African American Museum, and that was very powerful and very wonderful to see. And I'm going to try to get my husband to come down here and go see it as well. The one time that I did go to the Lincoln Memorial, they were filming handmaid's Tale.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So
that would have been creepy, I think, actually. I like that.
Interestingly enough, as upset as I was that I wanted to get this picture with Lincoln, I kind of also was like, well, it's kind of historic that it's right here that I'm watching this happen. So,
I am hoping to get to the Holocaust Museum. I did, talking about light, I went when I was really young, and I'd like to go again. And honestly, I'd like to taste the city a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I think you should.
Check out some. I know it's
Yes.
Restaurant Week, and you know,
know that.
we don't have a lot of time in the evenings,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we all manage to find restaurants
Yeah.
anywhere we go. And,
Anything Carly suggests, I usually try to find my way over to get
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
yeah, so I'm excited about that.
We
And
do have a
just
great foodie scene.
yes, great. Some local music.
Yeah, we actually have the James Beard Rising Chef of the Year. Her restaurant is just a block or two away, and I had her in studio like a few weeks before the James Beard Awards this year.
Awesome.
So yeah,
To get
And
that
it's like
information.
yeah, like home cooked Japanese, like yeah.
Ooh,
But I grew
wow.
up in Northern Virginia, and we have one of the most diverse, Central American, Korean. Vietnamese, Ethiopian, so many. It's a cultural melting pot. A lot of people don't know that. So
Amazing.
yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so far so good. We're loving it.
know.
Yeah. So,
everything.
and while we're on the record, remind me. So I know tomorrow's press night, and then the run ends on what date?
September 1st.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
September 1st
Great.
is our last performance.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful.
So 3 full weeks here.
Yeah. And how can people find you on the interwebs or how can the Gen Zers connect
Mamma
with you?
Mia the Tour
Yes.
has all of our information.
Yes.
Cool,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
At Mamma Mia
Okay.
the Tour,
Yeah.
and you can go to is it mamamiathetour.com as
.com,
well,
I believe.
to find all of our tour cities if you
Yes.
can't make it
Tour
in DC.
cities, times, all
Yes.
that stuff. Yeah. There's links to everything on there.
And I'm at Carly Sakalov.
Yes.
If you want to follow me.
Yes, and at Jalen the Entertainer.
Love it. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, ladies. I'm so
you.
excited
So
to
nice to
see
meet
you tomorrow
you.
night when when you're on stage and I'm in the audience.
We'll
with
look
my
for
son.
your hair.
Yeah. But I'm so
yes.
excited. I told my son that I was speaking with you both today, and he knew exactly which characters.
Oh, yeah.
It was all pumped, so I can tell him all the
love it.
little behind the scenes things I know now, like we get insider knowledge. So,
That's incredible.
yeah. But thank you
Yeah.
again. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Of course,
So,
thank you.